welcome back to City Skylines 2. I hope you're having a good one. We are continuing our playthrough of Nordhagen. Last episode we sort of built out our framework and started really putting the starting touches to our city, building out a few of the suburbs and sort of this sort of downtown area of this what will be more of a minor town, well, probably one of the bigger towns before our major metropolitan area, which will be out this way. I'm not going to call this a full episode. In fact, this is going to be a very quick episode, hopefully, knock on wood. I'm not even going to call this episode 2. This will probably be like episode 1.5, because really all I'm going to do this episode is build out and try and fix some of this demand. As you can see, our demand for everything is through the roof, and we need to fix that. We have the framework, so we're going to go through and start putting in all the demands that we need. And most of this will probably be done in a time lapse. I'm probably not going to bore you with some of my waffling and rambling on that I usually do. We are going to purchase a few tile spaces that will give us the room to expand a little bit more, especially with the low density, because I'm really imagining most of this area will all be sort of medium density for our downtown. So we don't really have too much room that we can put some suburbs in, so we are going to buy a few tile spaces. I think we are going to buy probably these 3 at least. And that might just be it for now. I don't want to go too crazy with that, because like I said, especially for this episode, we're just going to be doing a little bit of expanding work and fixing our demand. We are going to sort of work on some of the roadway as well, but like I said, most of this will just be done in a time-lapse video. So one of the first things we're going to do, I know the second part of our downtown, so I'm thinking this main collector that comes up through this way, and I think the main part of the collector, I think is going to sort of be this street that comes off, and then this will just lead to other suburban areas. So what I think I'm going to do really quickly first is expand this area out, just in a straight line. Let's turn on our elevation just so we could see. So we do have a bit of a flat area right up here, and I think that's where the sort of business downtown is going to be. I'm thinking I'm going to put the welfare office down here, as well as some of our office space. So I think I'm going to have this come down, and I think it will be probably right in this area. Like I said, this isn't going to be too much bigger of a town, and I think we'll probably just flatten out all this area here in the coming episode and have that, and then we'll just have this one come into this area. I think this will be where this road terminates, and maybe we'll put a roundabout here, maybe a medium roundabout or a large roundabout. Probably not the very large, maybe even just a medium. Yeah, I think a medium would just do fine there. And that's, like I said, where this road would terminate and just sort of join up with this one. I think that'll be, yeah, I think that'll be what we want to do. And like I said, we are going to build out this area just slightly. This is going to be a bit of a commercial shopping area. So we are going to have a road that comes in, maybe just directly across the street from the police station. We'll have it come in just slightly. We'll have a frontage road that sort of spans out, and I think we'll add we unlocked parking. We have not unlocked parking, so I think we are going to go ahead and do that, because we're going to use a lot of that for this episode. So we have the development points, so we are going to unlock parking. And I think the very first thing I want to do is smack a parking lot right at the entrance. Nah, very large would be too big. What is a medium? Medium might do okay, but maybe just a small. Because this is just going to be a smaller, maybe not right as you come in. Well, let's see, yeah. And actually that gets us to milestone 4, just by putting that in. So we'll look really quick. get more loan limit. We get our district creation tool. We get access to our production panel, policies, natural disasters. This is actually a pretty big moment because you hit that grand village. As you can see, there's several larger points you hit. So this is a pretty big milestone. You get the lower end housing. We actually get the offices, so that will set us up nicely for the next episode as we expand that secondary downtown. Grain farming, forestry, transportation, which of course gives us the bus depot, taxi depot, and we get parks and recreation, which we'll probably use a lot of today as we sort of detail up and expand the downtown. And like I said, this also gives us our high density, which is going to be that low rent housing. You also get access to all your pre-order bonuses if you did pre-order the game. And we also get the minimum fare taxi minimum fare, policy. So we're going to get rid of this info view, and I think what we're going to do is we're just going to slide this a little. We're going to turn off snapping because I want this to line up perfectly at the entrance way. As you can see, we're a little cockeyed there. There we go. I think that's good enough. We'll probably just have this road be main, and we'll just use alleyways to sort of finish off this area and just sort of box it in, make sort of a shopping district, as I said. So I think we'll come off this road, find our 90. Our 90 there. I'm okay with a little bit of broken zoning through here. Smaller businesses, I think, will actually look kind of nice through here. And how do we want to make this look? Just thinking of the road layout. We'll come through and we'll fix some of the zoning. I hate how it's broken up all through here, but we're just gonna have to live with that, I think. There's only so much you can do when it comes to that. So yeah, I think this will be a nice little shopping center. We'll put some paths down so we can prioritize the roads through here. And that'll be our shopping center. And as for that, I think this is where, like I said, this is just gonna be a quick episode. Most of it's gonna be time-lapse. And I think this is where we're gonna break off and sort of continue through this town here. So you might see me build out a small suburban area and just sort of fill in everything that we needed to try and meet some of this demand. So this is where we're gonna break off, and I hope you enjoyed just watching me trying to fill in all this. So hope you enjoy this little quick episode. everyone, so I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. Hopefully it wasn't too boring, and hopefully you were making out really what I was trying to do throughout everything. And let me go over and show you everything I've done. As you probably saw, I had to do a lot of like using paths to sort of block out certain areas to be able to put zoning in exactly where I wanted to. But I think everything came out kind of looking nice. We do have this like higher block of higher density right here next to the cemetery and the university. A bunch of apartments plus some of the low rent housing. A couple blocks of that. You want to be very minimalistic when you with this. You can actually get huge huge buildings if you're not too careful, so you really want to zone pretty small. I think those ones look perfect for what I was going with, and I think they terraformed perfectly to the hill. I was kind of worried what it would look like, but all in all, it doesn't look too bad. It's hard to tell with the shadows here, but it did terraform pretty nicely on the side of the building here. What else did we do? I mean, just really adding in a lot of density through here. We wanted to leave a little bit of space for that library for the university. This area came in. Oh, and also if you couldn't tell, oh, and we just hit milestone number 5. So let's very quickly take a look at that. So yeah, loan limit. We finally got our mixed housing in, so that'll be something we can mess around with in the next episode. Really replacing a lot of that commercial that we have in the downtown, especially along the main streets. I think would look really nice. And vegetable farming, coal mining, communications, mailboxes, post office, radio mass, a bunch of new, what do they call, policies, city policies to mess around with. We also unlocked parks, so we really detailed up this little main park that we have that coming off this right between this couplet area. By just adding a small plaza, and then we have a smaller side park to the side here where we put in some basketball court, tennis court, a playground over here, a little gazebo, small park area. We haven't completely finished off everything over here, just because I'm wanting to add a little bit more heavy density to this, and we finally got the medium density for the apartments, but I do want to add a few more of those higher density blocks, so we have one of those coming in right in the middle here, which I think would look good flanked with these apartments, and I love how these came in exactly the same size over here. And we do have this section of row housing, which I think looks really nice. I think this view up the street here looks really cool with the row housing. Nice brick housing, which you can actually make out now. One thing I forgot to mention was Colossal Order has been working on very hard on optimizing their game, and they've done a lot. Still running it on low settings, especially as I'm already seeing a little bit of a frame rate drop. Not too often do I see it, but as long as I'm moving slow and not doing too many crazy things, yeah, the frame rate doesn't drop too much. Coming over here, we did put in that shopping center plaza. I think it came out looking a little okay. Not entirely happy with it. We put in a few paths. It doesn't look too bad, but as you notice, nobody's using this parking lot at all. As you can see, only one vehicle is parked. Probably because I bumped up the parking fee, we're going to pump that back down, and we're going to use that policy as well to pay for on-street parking. That way people use the parking lots a little bit more. It's the only parking lot I have so far. I didn't want to put too many parking lots in the downtown. As you can see, we're still, well, I don't know. I've heard that this is bugged because we do have more than enough citizens to supply these people. We are having a few rent problems, so we're going to have to play around with taxation in the next one. Another thing I did over here, we added another park along this area just because it was a bit of an awkward space. I didn't really know what to do with it. So I think this came out really nice. We have a dog park. One of these is dog park, right? That's dog park? No, I guess the dog park. Oh yeah, that was on the other side. We added a skate park over here, some playgrounds, a small park. Oh, there's a dog park. That is a dog park. What? That looks almost like a playground, actually. We have an outdoor gym, which I really think is a cool asset. I really like the looks of that. And our large playground over here, which is really cool looking. Again, missing the park life, but I think we made it look pretty good just without having to use the park life. I, did I mention we were in the fall? I think I mentioned that we were in the fall now, and I really like the fall autumn colors. As you can see, we're still having a few rendering issues. Oh, we have a car crash. Look at that. Looks like these two, the smart car took out the Corvette, it looks like. We're going to go with that he forced the muscle car right into the sidewalk there, and I do like that. That is actually a really cool car model. I like that. I like that a lot. One of the things we'll definitely do next episode, like I said, especially along this main drag, we're going to put in that mixed use uh, going on down here. That way I think that would look really cool. So this will all be replaced, unfortunately. We'll probably keep the smaller ones in behind here, or maybe even make this mixed use as well. We'll have to play around and maybe just keep this small block of commercial over here. We do, again, have a lot of demand. Demand is coming in. A lot of that has to do with our taxes, though. We have some pretty lenient taxes at the moment. As you can see, we're still losing money hand over fist. We're losing $4,000 an hour, basically. So we're still losing a lot of money. But I'm really liking how the city started to fill out through here. I was really worried about the awkward block sizes, how we were going to control that and make it look nice. But I think it did come out looking pretty well. We did add a little bit more lower density demand over here. We even unlocked some of our signature buildings. I don't know if you saw those popping up, but we unlocked the uh, pop musician mansion, as well as the vertical square, which is, I believe, one of the row housing. I don't think, yeah, we haven't done anything. We're almost actually at the rock musician mansion as well. So I think those two side by side might actually be really cool. Not sure where we're going to put those yet. We added in some green space along the highway here. A lot of green space is really what I'm going for. I want this to be more of a naturey town. I really, especially when you get these fall colors in, I'm really loving the fall right now. It looks kind of bland out in the distance, but I think that just has to do a lot with the rendering issues. As you get closer, it does look pretty nice. And we did come in through here. We added a small park out through here, lined it with bushes, the main drag with bushes, and again did a lot of the same things. Dog park, small plaza, or I guess that's a small park, a small playground, just for everything out here. We did keep this American or North American themed. We even started putting in a bit of North American themed commercial as well. So that's what you see all throughout here. Just for some small shops, we did have to terraform a little bit to get these in correctly. I actually really like these two buildings right next to each other. Those look pretty neat. Again, more green space along the road, because I didn't want to make this all commercial along this road. Just a few small pockets of commercial through here, which looks, I think, really nice, along with that, like I said, that green space drag. Another small shopping plaza over here, using, again, the American commercial, which I think this looks really cool. These are two separate buildings, but I think this sort of looks like a convenience store next to, or I guess, yeah, this was the one that sort of looks like the convenience store next to the gas station. Got a bit of a lounge over here, or I guess a bar. Again, some of these assets look, and here you go again, another like convenience store next to the gas station. Looks really neat. I really like the American commercial. I think it actually looks a little bit better than the European commercial. And again, here you go again, another sort of uh, convenience store looking thing. I really love how those assets keep coming in just like that. But yeah, the American commercial, if you compare it, so this is all American commercial over here, and then the shopping center over here is the European commercial. And there are some really nice assets, but especially if you're going for a big shopping center vibe, I might even come in and rezone all this as American. But if you're doing a sort of a big shopping center vibe, I think the American commercial actually works out a little bit better for that. Again, there's a few like this Spasm. I guess that's a sort of a grocery store, maybe like a What does it say it is? It says electronics, but it almost looks more like a grocery store to me. Maybe this is more the grocery store, a beverage company, whatever. I think it's more or less a grocery store. But yeah, let me know what you're thinking and how you liking the town. How are you liking the town coming out? We definitely need to work on industrial next time, and I think that's going to be our main focus, is really getting this in. Maybe even putting in some of our specialized industrial uses. I think that'll be nice. Maybe open up some of this. I believe up here there is some resources, some fertile land. Maybe we can have a bit of a small like village up in here. That'll also help with logging. Maybe we'll put in some farmland up here, some logging up here, small little village, that's what I'm thinking. And we'll definitely, I do want us to do the stone quarry. We even have our first little office building. I thought it would look neat coming in to the industrial area just to have a little bit of office. But again, we're definitely going to be putting most of our office in that small secondary downtown over here. But yeah, I'm really liking how this suburb came out. Again, especially when you compare the two together. Definitely more unique over here, a little less gridded. We probably will have it be a little more gridded and do some low density around this sector over here. Try and stay away from the high density, which is really just going to stay over here in sort of the old classic downtown, old school downtown. But again, I'm really loving. Oh, and look at it. Yeah, when I came over here for the first time, ooh, there's two of them. When I came over here the first time, and maybe I'll just leave it. They don't look too bad. It gives it a little different, unique impression to the whole area. Maybe I'll leave them. I don't know. But when I came over here from doing the suburb over here, I forgot to switch it back from American to European. So I started putting in all these buildings. I think this might even be an American apartment building over here, or maybe this was low density. I can't remember. But yeah, I started putting in a whole bunch, and I thought I got rid of it all, but it looks like I do still have a few units. But they don't look too terrible with the European. Maybe mixing it up is not a bad idea. Mixing some of the European with the American, just hodgepodging it along through. Maybe I'll play around with that in the future. It doesn't look too bad at all with them right next to each other, especially being on the corner assets. It's a little wonky because you got these ones a little close to the street, where these ones are set back a little bit more, it looks like, but all in all, not too bad. So yeah, I think that's it for this episode. Again, it was a very quick one. Depending on how quickly I speed up the time lapse, it's a quick one. But let me know what you all think, and yeah, we'll finish filling out all this area in the next episode as well, or maybe a little bit farther down the line. Still not sure what I'm going to do on with this area right here. Might just continue it being this green space area. I don't know. Thought maybe I'd do something in here. Maybe even put some offices at the end of. Ooh, that's actually not too bad of an idea, especially with our demand. Wouldn't be terrible to have a few offices over here just off the highway. Well, I guess this isn't going to be a major highway. I don't even think we're going to use highway road for this couplet system. Maybe just do a 3-lane or a 4-lane road. I don't even know there are 4-lane roads actually for the smaller ones. I know there is 4-lane highway roads, but I don't know if maybe we will just actually make this highway road. We'll play around with it. I don't know just yet. But again, thank you all for watching, and yeah, till next time, have a good one.